Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nightmare Road. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Decon, and I am actually the owner of the Center for Accountability, Watch and Knowledge, or CAC for short. Um, it's
I'm gonna kill
what?
you. Go on.
So our group specializes in holding certain people accountable with their knowledge and to see if they're actually doing it for the right reasons. So that's what we do. We hold people accountable and we watch out for people. So check us out at Decon Cock. And
Sorry,
what?
I had to sneeze really bad.
Um,
That winter cold is setting in. Gotta take some medicine.
so you guys can actually head on over to deconcac at .org, and then you guys can actually see what we do in our organization and all that kind of stuff. We're actually doing a lot of charity work, right now. So we have we have homeless people out there with our shirts on, you know, and they love our stuff. So so you guys just keep an eye out for the I Heart CAC shirts that are going downtown. So just keep an eye out for those people. So so pretty soon I'm actually gonna start releasing them for public use so that you guys can enjoy them too. So just look out for the I Heart CAC shirts that'll be coming soon. And I am here with my co-host.
Did you pause? Are you frozen?
No,
Oh,
I'm waiting on you.
I'm I'm chilling, waiting for you to talk.
So and then we have, of course,
You
our
didn't even say who I am.
I was expecting you to do it. Okay, so here we have the very spooky and very smiley the Oracle. And we have our special guest, the menstruation of the show. Miss Smokey.
What?
So you guys can see her once a month. She'll come in and check in, and it's just part of the cycle. So today's episode. Today's episode is on paranormal groups out there. Like, there's so many of them. Like we have Taps. We have the people from Paranormal States. We have Zach Baggins. What is his group called actually?
Zach Baggins?
Is it just the Ghost Adventures?
I think they're just ghost adventures.
Just Ghost Adventures. I mean, so we're gonna see if these people actually have dignity when they do the things, just like CAC, or if they, or if they're kind of like going on their own thing, like just into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we pride ourselves on. For example, when it comes to CAC, we always make sure that we do things the right way and by the books. So no CAC left behind. So anyway, so who do we have first when it comes to putting people under the magnifying glass, or as I like to say, putting people under the CAC?
Oh my God. Okay. So first we have they have 3 different names. Taps does. Did you know that?
No, I just knew him from Taps.
No. So TAPS stands for the Atlantic Paranormal Society. And then they also go by ghost hunters.
Oh, I didn't know those are the same people.
Yeah, those are the same people. Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson.
Why would they do that unless they're trying to expand on their LLC and kind of get double tax breaks?
Well, they're plumbers, so don't they get double tax breaks anyway?
Oh, they're plumbers? I didn't know that. Oh, hence the name Taps. Yeah, they're over there, showing up with their ghost equipment.
No, they even have them on episodes doing their Roto-Rooter plumbing stuff, and they'll get a call while they're doing their plumbing, and it's kind of funny to watch.
They're like, "Hello, is anybody?" Hold on. It's me, the people from Taps.
That's not what they sound like, but
that's not what they sound like at all.
No, but you were close.
Oh, okay. Well, there's
Yeah,
that.
it's fine.
What I do know about them is that, you know, what's this is what sucks, and I cringe whenever I see groups like this where it's like, look over there, bro, and they look over and like, holy shit, and then you can kind of see something shiny, and
Hmm.
then what it is, it's fishing line. They attach fishing line to an object, and they're like, holy shit, and the fishing line is moving. We would never use fishing line on CAC, just so you guys know. We're more
Well,
dignified.
okay. Here's the thing with taps is I respected them so much. I really did. They were my favorite. I started watching them very first. I think I was in high school when I started watching them, maybe junior high. When did they? Yeah, they started in 2004, so junior high. No, high school. Yeah, high school. Anyways, started watching them in high school. Okay. Their episodes used to intrigue me, scare the living shit out of me. And then as I got older and I was watching and I saw this one episode get debunked, I'm pretty disappointed.
What was debunked? Like,
Okay, so they
do you have the
actually
clips?
have quite a few different allegations. A lot of skeptics have accused them of like misinterpreting and like even manufacturing their evidence. So I guess they were at Louisiana Myrtle's plantation, and I actually have a video for this one.
Oh shit! Pull it up. Beef
Um,
tips.
so, this isn't the video that I have. So the Myrtle plantation was the one where they had the lamp tugged on the table. So there was a lamp sitting on the table, okay, and you see the lamp go across the table.
Okay.
Well, turns out Grant Wilson's foot was tugging on a cord underneath the table that caused that lamp to go across, and you can see his foot do the movement.
Oh man, that's shitty. Especially
Well, yeah.
because you know how they're pretty famous and they have like they have a pretty big following, and you would think that with the amount of money that they've made, that they would have much better tricks, like hire an illegal immigrant to pull on that string. You have to use your foot, like why are you using
Well,
your foot? Get
that's not
Pedro to
the
do it for
first thing
5 cents
that
an
Grant
hour.
has done, but from what I gathered, though, I don't believe Jason was aware of what Grant was doing. I think he was catching him in the act because you can see him in a couple of episodes where he looks pissed. Like he kind of looks at Grant like, "What are you doing right now?"
Do you think that it was like what are you doing? Or like, dude, that is so fucking obvious. Like, why would you do it that way?
One of the two. One of the two. But this video I have is one, this channel debunked the jacket pool is what it's called. So they're investigating at this place and Grant's jacket gets pulled and you can visibly see how the jacket is pulled, what direction it's being pulled, and Grant going almost the opposite direction. So I'm going to share my video, pop it up on the stage here.
Beef tips.
Okay. Yes, beef tips. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here for credibility purposes. This is the channel that it is on. Oh, look, here they are right now. We could watch them live as we speak.
No, and that guy is not me. He wishes. Yeah. So what is his name? What is his channel? Is it like
let me scroll back down because I don't want to Decon, you pronounce it. I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Okay, former GH fan.
Former Ghost Hunters fan.
Or former Merg fan for short.
Yeah, that. I didn't even notice that. I thought it was a hard name to say, but I guess wine will do that to you. Okay, I'm gonna play the video.
Don't wag your tail at me.
Pay attention.
I'm trying. Hold on. I'm fixing this pupper. All right, let's see.
Okay.
That guy looks like a fucking degenerate. The guy in the center.
Stop.
Like, yeah, he's standing there and he looks like a fucking pervert. He looks like the
Oh my
kind of
God.
he looks like the kind of guy that did you ever hear that there was like a basketball coach that had like foreign exchange students and they called the cops they were like from the Netherlands and they called the
Wait,
cops
watch.
because
It's coming up.
all right.
Hold on.
Looks like he's dressed like Silent Bob.
Oh, maybe it's coming up. Oh, you see him raising his collar. Okay. So he's adjusting something. Like you can
Yeah.
see that. See the right hand? What are you doing there, Grant? Huh? Okay.
Jeez Louise.
I know. I didn't know it was going to be quite this long. It was a little faster when I watched it, but I was also working too.
So this basketball coach, he ended up feeding these foreign exchange students wine, and then at some point, I guess he pulled out his pekka, and they ran into the woods and called the cops. And then I'm like, fuck, I wish I had that 911 call. Like, hello, 911, yeah, these guys, basketball, he pulled out his penis, you know.
Oh, here it
And
goes. Okay, did you see that?
yeah, whoa, let's see.
Rewind.
That's so
You
cartoonish.
see how he, okay, like, come on, bro.
Let's see. Okay, keep going. Okay, play it.
Yeah, it's going to show it in slow motion here.
Oh.
Okay. Watch that collar and watch his hand too. Like you can see that his arm is adjusting something on that other side there. He's like,
whoa!
And I love how he debunked this and pointed everything out.
I like the fact that he looks like a what the?
He's so dramatic, and you see him make that adjustment. Like, oh, let me adjust this so it's not obvious.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, let me adjust this, guys.
What the happened with my jacket?
Such an ass. Well, and what's crazy, and what I noticed after this episode in particular, it was like maybe 10 episodes down the line, and it was more of Grant like getting his jacket pulled, having all these personal experiences in all these episodes, and then he all of a sudden announces, oh, I'm leaving the show.
Yeah, once he got, what's crazy is he's like trying to be the Aaron of the group. You know how everything used to happen to Aaron? I'm surprised that his wife didn't try to fucking kill him.
Yeah. Well, and I guess the TAPS founders and their producers faced quite a few lawsuits as well. What was his name? He was a parapsychologist, and his name was Larry, I believe, and he sued NBC, Universal, and Pilgrim Films, and I guess he claimed that Ghost Hunters copied their pitch because they wanted to do a reality ghost hunting show as well. And I guess the case was ultimately dismissed in 2014, but that's, yeah.
Wow. No, that's
now Jason Hawes is involved in the Conjuring house and all of that.
Yeah, fucking that. What the hell is that? What is that guy's name? The one that bought the Warren's house.
Matt Rife.
Matt Rife. We did
an episode on that. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, holy shit. So I only knew him before his plastic surgery, so like it's kind of hard like to look at him. Anyway, did you guys see that picture?
Oh my god.
He's a completely different person.
Well, he just got some lip filler. Leave him alone.
No, he got his teeth fixed and they broke his cheekbones, and they like completely reshaped his face.
He's still hot. It's fine.
No, well, now I mean, with all the work, but the point that I was trying to make is before he had the plastic surgery, he looked like somebody that would, pull out his pecker for a bunch of like foreign exchange students, and they just run into the woods. And when the cops come over, it's still out, and he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And the cops like, "Oh shit, they weren't lying." Anyway, no, so that guy, right now he's charging, I think it was like $2,000 to go to the Warren house and just walk around their basement, and then he does. So you do the $2,000 to go check it out, and then he charges $500 per hour. But he only rents it like a minimum of 3 hours to people. So, bringing in a lot of money. All these people are actually going over there right now. And it's so crazy because he talks about like all these paranormal experiences that he has. And then he's kind of like, he steps a certain place. And then they did a video on him where he steps on this floor and you hear like a type of sound. And then they're like, "What was that?" And he's like, "Bro, that happens here. There's something in this room." But then there was somebody that went in that area and he stepped right in the same spot and the same sound came up. So then he kind of like whenever he stepped on it, it's like, holy shit, when you step on this part of the floor, it makes that, yeah, you're expecting me to go, but it's like, but it's the spot. So I guess that, I don't know if Tony Spira, who's the one that took over after the Warrens, if they like filled him in on all the tricks, like, oh, by the way,
She probably did.
But by the way, there's a guy who was related to, he's like one of the great nephews of the Warrens, and he had released like a small documentary on the Warrens, and apparently when Lorraine Warren was 15 years, you know how they say like we met and he was 17 and I was 17 and I worked in the movie theater. He worked in the movie theater and I showed up with my friends. She was 15, he was 18.
15.
Yeah, he was older. He was an old guy. And then he says, even when you look at the tombstone, like the dates doesn't match up. Also, he joined the Navy because back then there was a rule where you either go to prison or you join the Navy. He assaulted somebody with a pipe and he busted her head open pretty bad to the point
the Warrens are another pair of investigators with plenty of fraud and controversy as well.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about is Ed Warren. Apparently Ed Warren, that's the only reason why he joined the Navy was because he was going to go to prison because he hit somebody with a pipe and robbed them,
That's
and it was
terrible.
And it was a woman, so then they gave him an option. They're like, either you go to prison or you join the Navy, and he did. And he did not see combat. He was part of the resupply line. So when he said that he was sunk, but him and his men were sunk by a battleship, actually what it was an oil tanker. An oil tanker collided with another oil tanker and it started to sink, which he wasn't a part of, by the way. So
that's kind of funny.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's a whole dive. We can do a part 2 on those guys. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I was wondering is if, when he took over the museum, like Tony Spira, if they're like, by the way, if you step, because that's how Ed Warren spoke. By the way, if you step over here, it's gonna make the sound. It sounds like this,
Okay, stop.
So what? It makes the sound.
Well, did you know that so you know how I sent you the thing about Jason Hawes getting the deed for the Conjuring house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess he took advantage of the owner. She has like mental problems. And so I guess the sister is suing him, in the process of suing him over that.
Oh, he took advantage in what way? Was he like, hey, you want to buy some magical ghost water? Or
he basically talked her into signing the title over to him.
Oh shit, that's dark.
Mm-hmm. Which sucks because like Jason was putting out all this stuff like, I'm going to save the Conjuring house. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this and blah, 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 blah. And there were a lot of people that were supporting him and signing this thing for him. And turns out he took advantage of somebody with
Mental
mentality
issues.
problems, and
Yeah.
it's kind of messed up.
Ghost, stop it. All right, so who's next on our hit list? Speaking metaphorically, of
We
course.
can't have an episode about ghost investigators without Zach Douchebaggins. So
Hey,
let's
man,
proceed.
he's a nice guy. I like him. He was nice to my brother.
Yeah, he's a great person.
Look at my affliction shirt, bro.
No, he's too aggressive. It's more when I watch Ghost Adventures, I am watching it for entertainment. When I watch Taps, I'm watching it
For the fraud?
Well, before all that, I was watching it for like an actual story, not Zach going in there and being like, I'm being possessed, bro. Aaron, I feel like I'm gonna choke you out, but I'm not gonna do that right now, bro. Okay.
Oh, he did say that one time. That was crazy. You know
He's so dumb.
What I like about him is the fact that, like, no matter where he goes, it's always like you said, very confrontational. So they could be like, he went to this hall where there was like these people and they were praying, right? Because it was like a monastery and it was like a haunted monastery and they're all praying. And then the camera, like, and he's like standing on the side and he's like, look at the camera and he says, tonight on Ghost Adventures, and everybody jumps because he screamed, tonight on Ghost Adventures, are you ready to go down to the, and you see the people in the background, they're like, oh shit, because he just yells, and I like that about that. And
my God, no.
And I like him. I think that I think he hates Aaron and he just wants to like find reasons to like abuse him because he's like, right now, bro, I'm being affected right now. All I think, Aaron, is that, fuck, I really wish that the guy that your wife was phone banging that was in prison, that the hit might have gone through and you would have died, and he's like, what? But bro, it's not me. It's the ghosts. The ghost of the little girl that drowned in the backyard. Yeah, bro, I'm thinking is, fuck, dude, like when you took her when you put press charges and she was in a courtroom, bro, and you were crying, all I wanted to do was go to the bathroom and touch myself to your tears, bro.
Wow.
Like, really, Zach? Why would you? It's not me, bro. It's the ghosts, No, but all right, got to that didn't.
So, Miss Smokey, you want to know who Aaron reminds me of?
Who?
Our friend Christian. With the dreads.
Wait a minute. So
because we used to put him in stupid situations.
So
remember when we gave him moonshine?
So wait, your friend with dreadlocks reminds you of an individual that's bald. Okay. Anyway.
Personality wise, because we just used to like throw him in stupid situations.
Why would you doing that to him?
Because it was funny.
Wow, you guys are Zach Baggins.
No, remember him falling in your yard and we couldn't get him up?
Anyway, so back to sorry if you're watching, man. Sorry that if you actually had an encounter with these fucking douchebags.
No, we used to treat him the same way and it was funny.
Sorry you're being mistreated by these fucking assholes. Anyway,
he's still alive. He's fine.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm apologizing to him. Anyway, no, it's just it just sucks because a lot of skeptics, they're looking for this. They're looking for this kind of shit, like so they can have something to point at when they're like, well, this isn't real. I mean, look at Zach Baggins. These are the most famous of people, and then they have him after just like mistreating poor Aaron, like, oh, hey Aaron, you fat fuck, it's not me, bro, it's the ghosts, and well, yeah, like, bro, no wonder your first wife left you. No, it's just it's just like mean shit. So like if you watch the show long enough, there is those moments where he's like, bro, I just want to fucking hit you, and it's not me, bro. Something's affecting me, and
I think
it's like
it's actually him.
you think it's him, like he just like
Yeah,
fucking
I
hates
think
him?
he just wants to hit him, and so he blames a spirit, and he's like, "This spirit's affecting me, and it's making me want to just punch
fucking
you
hit you,
right in the face right now."
I just want to fucking hit you, bro, and nail your wife. Like what? It's not me, bro. It's the ghosts.
So if I were to use that excuse on you, would you believe it? If I were to just be like, Decon, I'm being affected by something right now, and it's making me want to slap you across the face.
With that, but no, you're mentally unstable. I'm not gonna like no, I'll be like, well, yeah, you're a fucking
valid.
nut job.
It's fine.
Because I've done my investigation, and then cock never lets me down. Like I know what's going on. No, anyway, no, it's sad because, and I wonder if what ended up happening with do you have any videos on Zach Baggins?
I don't. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so no, you're fine. So I can keep going. No, I just didn't want to like say something and then you have a video and it's like, oh, that's exactly what they're saying. You know.
No, I only have the one. I've had a very heated week at work. I didn't have time to get a bunch of videos. I was great.
That's fine. With Zach, it seems like he tests out the formula. Like this works really well. Like at first, what was it? He was yelling at the ghost, like, "Hey, you want to come do something? Do it to Aaron." You know, and he's, like he's like just yelling random shit, and people are like, "Damn, he's provoking." Which, by the way, I will say this in Extreme Paranormal. Shout out to Sean Burris, you sexy bastard. And when you do come down, we're gonna hang out, bro. Anyway, so it's
sorry.
Huh?
What?
Anyway, so like right before when Ghost Adventures was first like beginning to kick off, and then it was like a kind of like a normal ghost show, and then when you watch Extreme Paranormal, and he had Sean Burris, and he's like, "Hey, you ghost, come over here, and do something to us, you son of a bitch," and like if you want, and then you watch,
so great though.
Yeah, he was like, "I dare you to come on over here and punch my friend in the face, you son of a bitch," and he's yelling, and then you see Ghost Adventures the next season, and then they're saying shit like, "Hey, bro, I fucking dare you to come down," and it's like stealing the formula from different shows. So it seemed like, and it seems like he was just testing the water over what works and what doesn't, and then I think that's when things kind of begin to being ramped up to where I can never be affected because I prayed and I have a rosary, like around my balls. I don't know, but he was like talking about like that kind of stuff. Like I have holy symbols on me, so I can't be affected. To then later, like now I'm affected. To that, to now I'm gonna abuse Aaron, and it's just, and as the seasons go, I don't know if they're still on, right? They're still doing.
Oh yeah, they're still going.
And there was a member of it that eventually, I think that he kind of got a bad taste in his mouth, from the stuff that was going on.
My favorite.
Yeah, and Nick, right? Nick.
Yep, I have so much respect for him. He's so awesome.
Yeah, he's
phenomenal.
And I like to think that my team kind of helped him, like see the light, like because of you, bro, because of cock. Now I have a bad taste in my mouth. And then he kind of like looks at things where he's like, I don't want to be here with this group anymore, so I'm going to leave. No, we had nothing to do with that. But anyway, no, it's just, what did he say? That the show became more about looking good on TV than it did about actual investigations. And he felt like
it was, I believe he said it was like more of like a horror entertainment show, not actual investigations like they talked about, because him and Zach used to be really close. They used to be like buddies.
Well, yeah, like they were probably sharing a sleeping bag, like, "Hey bro, cuddle me this time, bro," like, "It's my turn, bro, before I get affected."
Probably those two guy friends where you kind of suspect maybe there's something more going on, but they're just really close and like to just be weird with each other.
The fuck kind of friendships have you been observing? Like, I have friends, and
you're not weird with your friends.
No, yeah, you're not weird with your friends.
Well, no, they're dead. But the ones that are not dead
have to do that.
Well, what did I do?
Me and Amanda get weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys are a couple weirdos.
Yeah.
and your douchebags. Anyway, so
You love
I
each
do
other.
No.
I do say
Oh.
what? Huh?
Oh, we're not.
Well, anyway, you can't really point at what's right and what's wrong when you have a broken moral compass. So
Wow.
so I mean, I
I'm
say that.
completely broken, so it's fine.
See what I mean? Douchebags. So it's one of those things where there's like, bro, we're gonna have so much fun. The neighbors are gonna think it's weird, So
Yeah.
anyway, so back to Zach.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds
yeah.
great.
It girl's done. You guys are making me get affected. Like I'm getting affected, and I just want to punch a hole in your face.
Have that effect on people.
I already have a couple.
It's fine.
A couple that wants to inflict violent tendencies on you guys.
Probably have a few, not just a couple. Hold on. Probably a handful. Just kidding.
No, me too. A lot of people hate me,
It's
especially
fine.
on the show. So they're on the show. So it's just like it's so weird. Like when you're on TV, right, and then you begin to become addicted to, the ratings and the sensationalism of it, and then you forget your craft and you focus more on like what do they want from me, right?
Happens on podcasts too.
It happens on a podcast. There's a great quote by Aristotle when he said, it is not the climb up that brings fear, but it's the falling down from it. And it's true. Like once you're climbing up there, people are motivated.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of past things.
So people are motivated to get whatever you're going. Doesn't matter what it is in life, whether it's a successful business, it doesn't matter. You're going up and you're motivated, you want to get there. Once you're at the top and then you're like, okay, you know what, like I've made it, I'm successful, then the fear of falling off drives people to do things. They're just,
or you fuck it up before you get there and then you
well,
leave.
Well, I mean, that's like never finishing the actual race. Those are people that were never in it in the first place, that they wanted. And what sucks is that you do see that even in the paranormal world, where there's people out there that, and this is a group that, we actually were going to cover, the people from Paranormal State, same issue.
I really liked them in the beginning too, when they first started out.
I don't know. So the main guy, do you remember when that show, it used to be on A&E, right?
Mm-hmm. Ryan Buell.
Yeah, so it was weird because he was like this scrawny guy, and then he was like, I never believed in ghosts until, and it shows like a clip of him walking through campus, and he's fat. He's like a fat guy, and I'm like, I thought it was for a minute there, would you stop? For a minute there, I thought that, what?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
So I didn't know that was part of the very first time I seen that, where he's like walking, he's alone in campus, and he's just like, he's a big guy. I thought that it was like a Subway commercial. Like I'm like, fuck, is this the commercial? And they're like, no, that's him.
Was it Jared?
Yeah. I thought it was Jared. He looked like him. He was just like walking around. He was like all fat. He's like, I used to be a fucking loser. You
want to hear something really funny I did to Miss Smokey when it comes to Jared?
The pedophile from Subway?
Yeah. So I don't know if people remember from our past episode, but she was my manager. That's how we became friends. Anyways, we had a giant Jared cutout for a promotion that Subway was doing. I was her closer. I put that thing in the freezer. So the first thing that she saw when she opened it was just Jared.
Jared from Subway. She's like, I'm gonna get molested. Just.
It was like, so great.
You're like, I'm a grown woman.
And all she said was, fuck you.
Oh. I thought she like immediately like threw her ID at Jared to let him know, like, oh no, I'm overage. You don't want me.
It was awesome.
No, we got to cover that episode on Jared. That was a dark.
He's gross.
Yeah, anyway. He's still getting letters in prison by women. They're like sending him letters, and they're like, Well, yeah, women are fucking disgusting. You know,
That's gross.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like, yeah. So they're sending
He's
him
not
letter
even
like,
attractive in
well,
any way,
no.
shape, or form.
I mean, look at Charles Manson. Women, when Charles Manson was like old and decrepit, he has a swastika in his forehead. He got married like 3 times. Women go visit him.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
hippie girls dig that style.
look at the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. I mean, he got married. Several women were writing stuff, and he look at his fucking teeth. You know, it looked like you know when a puppy when they're very first getting teeth, and you see like the little teeth poke out of the
Like
gums. That's
the
what his
little
teeth look like, only black. Yeah, like this bastard. Um. So anyway, back to we got off topic here. So
back to Ryan Beal and
so
his
yeah.
fucking
So
ass.
okay, so this is a guy, right? Who just couldn't make it to the very top of the hill, like you explained earlier, how some people they just fuck it up before they get there. And this is a guy who you know, had his team, right? And he had what was that girl's name? She was like a little bit of a bigger girl. She was like thick. Katrina?
Yes, Katrina.
Katrina. And she was a and then she did
He
this
had
thing where like
Kid Coffee. Lorraine Warren joined in with him for a little bit on a few episodes.
yeah, Katrina really blew up in an episode where there was like a pervert ghost. So she like got on her bras and panties and like got onto this bed, and then she was like holding the sheets, and you like her boobs are sticking out from the top of the bra, and then people are like, "Wow, we should get." This is what's crazy is people are like, "We should give her her own show," is what the network thought, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, "You should give her her own show." Anyway, so
Anyways,
take her girl. So no, it's one of those things where he had his team, right? And his team was, you know, very, I would say devoted. Like they were kind of carrying him throughout the investigations because he seemed off, you know, like so like when he was doing his investigations, he was kind of like, you know, like didn't know where the fuck
no. I think he was like that because of the style of the well, I guess that is the best word I could say. The style of the show that they wanted. They wanted it a documentary style, not
a
like
jackass that
Ghost
doesn't know his equipment. But there was moments where there was another girl on the team. She was ugly. There was another girl on the team who she was like
she was the pagan witch.
Yeah, she was. She looked like Ray.
Team.
She looked like Ray Liotta, like in a wig.
Yeah, but she was cool though. I have respect for her.
And I fast forward when she's on TV. I'm like, ew.
She was pretty. She's pretty knowledgeable of.
Yes, she was. She was knowledgeable with the whole thing. So, and there was a couple episodes where she was talking to him like off camera, but it seemed like if you watch back, it almost seemed like she was trying to like to get him to get his head in the game. Come on, let's do these things. And then you realize that this dude was like battling with substance abuse, you know, and like the reason why he was like off, the reason why is because he was on heroin, you know, and then a lot of the funding towards the show started to kind of disappear, and they needed like new equipment, they need all this stuff, but there was no funds or not enough funds, and it's like, where the fuck's all the money going? So yeah, so a lot of the funding was actually going to his habits, right? How you doing, Miss Monkey? Yeah, you having fun over there? You're like you're in a different dimension.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Come here, baby.
Yeah, you.
Sorry.
I said you look
perfect.
What did I do?
She's a perfect specimen.
I said it looks like you're in a different dimension.
She is.
I might be.
Yeah, because in that dimension, there's no sound coming from that dimension you're in. Did you ever watch Paranormal State?
Probably. I don't remember.
That girl was ugly, huh? Anyway, so oh, you drinking water? Where's the Pepsi? There you go. Anyway, so
Pepsi's the chaser.
Pepsi, I prefer Coca-Cola.
I have cotton mouth.
You have what? You have cotton mouth? Anyway, no, so when you look at that show, it started off strong, and then as the kind of season went off, it started to kind of, I would say fizzle out because you felt like their heart wasn't in it,
It was
and then
almost like they were getting bored.
yeah, well, I mean, that could have been a big part of it, or it could have been frustration. I mean, holy shit, you have somebody who's supposed to be like the team leader who's not even in it. He's spending all his time, focused more on his addictions than on, his show. And that after a while, that can get very exhausting. If you guys have ever dealt with anybody with substance abuse issues,
Yes.
whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, at some point it feels like a losing battle. Yeah, like with alcoholism, like when they say, hey, don't drink, and you keep doing it, and they're like, you're gonna fucking die, and it's like, oh, at least I'll die having a good time. Anyway,
Stop attacking me.
so I mean, it's hard, right? And then everybody else becomes very exhausted and very stressful. And then the show, it almost like it died before it got actually going, So
Well,
you brought something up to my attention before the show started that I had no idea, because I knew that he was trying to get shit going. Like, he's trying to make a comeback. He's trying to get all these things. He's trying to, and I was like, well, maybe this dude has pulled his stuff together, right? He's got his shit together. He's going to make a huge comeback, maybe. And then, explain to them what happened.
Okay, so basically what happened with this man after probably during all of his heroin shit. So in 2016, he was arrested. He was arrested on like multiple felony theft charges in Pennsylvania. He was accused of scamming fans. So basically, he was putting out there that on Facebook, etc., that he was organizing all these ghost hunting events and having ticketed tours. It was called, some people may remember it, it was called Conversations with the Dead.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Chip Coffee, that dude.
That never happened.
Really?
Gross over $80,000 in pre-sales, but repeatedly was postponed and then canceled without issuing refunds.
Wow. See that, man. And that's what sucks. I mean, I remember Chip Coffee. Like, I don't know how. Okay, so I thought he was okay until there was an episode where he was walking into a room and then he was like, I'm seeing red, but he was wearing like a red like handkerchief over his eyes. And I was like, like, the fuck? Like, yeah, you're seeing red. You're wearing a red handkerchief over your damn eyes. Like, what are you doing? How come nobody punches him in the face?
Well, you'll probably respect him for this fact. He was the one that actually noted the 80 grand in ticket sales and said, this money vanished. Nothing was booked, because Chip Coffee was actually supposed to be a part of that series.
He was also one of the guys that was against Sylvia Brown. You remember that? Jeez Louise.
Well, and it's kind of crazy because I guess by 2016, Ryan was jailed and he was pending extradition. When they took him from one state to the other, they were trying to take him back.
Extradited.
Yeah. Thank you. That word. Anyways, so I guess he had, the charges are still a part of public record. He's never been tried. He's never been convicted. As of 2026, a jury trial never occurred.
Wow.
So who knows what happened and what's going to happen with all that money. But like, even his mom got on Facebook and was like saying, hey, I'm Ryan's mom. He's having all of these problems mentally from substance abuse, etc., and he's scamming you guys. Stop giving him money.
Jeez Louise. The fact that, imagine you're such a douche, your own mom comes out and then she has to out you, and a lot of it, I'm pretty sure that it was to help him too. Like, fuck, dude, like, you've been fucking around too long. Like, you need to learn a lesson. Like, I don't know which other way to help you, so you're basically having these people feed your addiction, and it
Basically,
just sucks,
yes.
No, so it's just one of those things where, I mean, it just like Proverbs 15:20, how it says, a wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son breaks the heart of his mother. And then that's like one of those cases where she sees, her son, he was obviously passionate about something. He had a great opportunity. He was picked up on TV, and then she just like, I don't know exactly if he suffered from substance abuse like before the show, like while he was in college.
I think it was probably during, because if you think about it, the show's getting aired. They're obviously gaining momentum. They're getting money. You get more money. People are offering you drugs.
Yep.
Okay, I can afford it. Let's go do it. That was probably his mindset. But
Most
he
of the time
tried saying, what was that?
I was gonna say most of the time it's fame that makes
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I could, man, and then I could just like only picture like his mom, like, damn, like he was passionate about something, and now here's something that he can actually turn his life around or get his life going. And and then she just like watches him throw it away. Not just that, but gets a second chance and then throws it away again, and then gets incarcerated. It's just, man, it just sucks, because you just feel bad for the parents, because it's like, damn, because she probably maybe blames herself to a point, like, what did I do?
Well, and he even tried lying to his fans about why he left Paranormal State. Like, it was obvious why he left due to substance abuse, etc. But he tried saying that he wasn't returning for season 5. I think it was like back in January of 2011 he said this. It was because he was exhausted and he just needed freedom to be and just to grow. And it was never 100% his vision because of the network. So that's why he left.
Jeez. No, it's just fuck. It's just shitty, because here you have people because it came out, didn't it, that he has substance abuse issues, and the fans of his, instead of being like, you're a piece of shit, you'll never be Jimi Hendrix, just things like that, they instead they're like, we support you, like, get back, and then to like scam them, it's like, it's so dirty,
Well, and then they like started saying like he's a financial fraud, he's a hoax artist, like, just
there was
it was real.
Yeah, and when you go back to the show, there was an episode where they were walking. I remember they were walking through this building, and you see something like walk, through the window, and everybody's like, "Holy shit!" And he's like, "I just saw," and then he describes it was a woman, it was blah blah blah, and then one of the camera crewmen is like, "No, that was me. Like, that was a reflection when I walked past you to get the sound going, whatever the fuck it is." And it was one of the crew members, so he was like thinking that, all right, we can get back and edit that out, and he's like, no, let's just keep it, and he's like, you gonna keep it? And he goes, yeah, let's just keep it, but that's not real evidence. Just
fine, just keep it,
just leave it in, just like
edit the part where he says who it is and edit that out. It's fine.
And I think the raw footage actually came out, right? Like the whole conversation, like, just leave it in,
Of course it did.
And it
always comes out. Just like the one new YouTubers, Sam and Colby, that did that series for the Conjuring House, and they figured out their knocking tool.
What was that about? So explain that one to me, because I know that these guys, they started off not as paranormal investigators. They started off by, just, I think, if I remember correctly, it was a thing called like public disturbance or something, where they were just like doing stupid shit in public. And
I'm not sure how they started out. I only know them as the paranormal investigator side.
And then they ended up getting arrested for trespassing on a place, because they were like, we dare you to spend the night, and they went, and then they got arrested, and all these girls were like sending them money and like calling the jail, and then they went on a investigation. I don't remember with who. It was somebody, and then they're like, wow, there's a lot of money in this, so then they started their paranormal thing, and and they told a story about, like, I experienced this. Is what got me into the paranormal. Is I experienced this. Somebody came forward, was like, dude, that's my story, like I told you this, and it was like a roommate of his. So basically, like, stole his story, and he's like, this is how I started. I saw a ghost that, oh, you're freezing up there.
I'm freezing.
Yeah. Oh, looks like now you're back.
Okay, there's a reason why.
Why? What happened?
So I'm trying to see if I can find this knocking device that I was just talking about. Okay, I can't find it. So basically what it is, you can install it anywhere. It's probably as big as my mic. Okay, it's not very big. You can put it anywhere. All right, and right here it has this little. Don't put your minds in the gutter just because I know how you two are. It has this little thing that pops out right here and goes up and down like this. Okay, and how it's activated is they have this little thin strip that you can put in your sock, you can put like in your jacket. And what they do is when you tap this thin strip with your toe or with your finger or whatever, it'll cause the device to do a knock and causes that device to go onto the floorboard, wherever you want it to be. And they actually caught them with this device at the Conjuring house. So the knocking sounds that people hear in their episodes aren't real.
Yeah, you would never find, cock doing that at all.
Well, and you can find this device on Amazon. You can find it on eBay. Like it's really easy to find.
And it's just a knocker?
Yeah.
Huh. And that just goes back to the broken tape recorder that the people from Ghost Adventures utilize.
Mm-hmm.
How they had that broken recorder, which was known. It's expensive now because now it's a novelty item. But
yeah.
So it was a tape recorder, a digital recorder that had a flaw in it, and that's why they couldn't use it, because it first wasn't meant for paranormal investigations, just a regular tape recorder, right? So people would, dictate, they're like, all right, Decon, I'm out here walking and da 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 da, and then they play it back, and it would say what I said, Decon out here walking, but then it copied and pasted the same thing, only distorted, and it's like, and then it would do those. So then people are like,
do that sound one more time.
my name is Decon.
Not that.
The part after that.
Dang it! I really want to find it.
Stay tuned for CAC. So
not that.
Oh, anyway, so
Don't.
so then there was this and there was this flaw in it, and then what?
Huh?
Huh?
Sorry, I thought I was muted. What did I say?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was
talking. Okay. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So so then they figured out there was a flaw in this device. So then there was a huge recall. By the way, don't use. So then there was paranormal investigators that started to use it until they realized that no matter where you were, no matter what it was, you had that echo in place. So knowing that the tape recorder was broken, Zach Baggins and the team still used it, and they used it in their investigations. And there was an episode where
he's a nice guy.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
he's such a nice guy, though, Decon.
Well, he was nice to my brother. That's all I care.
He's just so sweet.
He was nice to my brother. That's all I care about. So,
okay.
so there was an episode which really rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh.
And it was, and I've said this probably around 5 times on the show that I've mentioned it. So what ended up happening was there was this woman, and she was very scared, and he goes to check her out, right? Like, let's go see what's going on. So when he went down there, she had her rosary beads and she was praying and she was scared. And then he's like, well, I'm going to investigate your house. We'll figure it out. So then he gets his tape recorder, right? And then he was like, "Is there anyone here with me?" You know, and then he's like, "Oh, they got a response," knowing that the machine was gonna repeat what he said and then distort it. You know, so then he's
Of
like, "Oh,"
course.
he's like, "I feel something right now," and you guys can look up this episode. It's so sad. So he plays it back, and then it's, and then he's like, "Is there anyone in here with me?" It's like, and then he's like, "Oh, bro, that's demonic," And then the lady, she's scared. She starts crying, right? She starts crying, and then he's like, "Don't be scared. Don't be. We'll ask it something else. Do you want to hurt anybody in here? If you want to hurt her, say hurt her." No, again, knowing that it's gonna say it again.
I'm gonna repeat it.
It's gonna repeat it. So then he's like, and then it's like, hurt her, and then she's now, and then he's like, "Oh no, it's okay, it's okay," and he's like, "It's okay," and he's petting her like she's a dog, right? And he's petting her, and he's like, "We'll help you get through this," and whatever. And I'm like, man, like I'm like, this poor woman, she's just so scared, and
gross.
And it was, and then Aaron, I want to like him because, but when this happens and what's going on, man, he's like, looks over and he's like, the Aaron face that he's always making. Oh, bro, and then he's like, I heard it. He's like, I heard it. He's like, hold on, Aaron. Oh, I just want to choke your mom for not aborting you, Aaron. And he's like, I'm being affected, bro.
Then, that is so terrible.
So, and it's like, oh, that one day, bro, on your birthday when you were gone, I banged your wife, bro. It's like, I'm being affected.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so it's just one of those things where it just sucks because it seems like if you want to be an honest investigator, it's almost like you're not gonna make it, because in the end people, they want to be lied to, because they want the fantastic,
they want the entertainment value.
Yes, that's exactly what they want. They want to be entertained. They don't want to think. They just want something to happen. It's our society. We want something to happen.
I like watching the shows to watch everything get debunked. In all honesty, I like seeing them getting debunked. I'm like, oh, they're seeing shadows. It's because of that freaking car passing by all the time. Oh, this is happening. Well, guess what? Your house is uneven, so the door is going to go open if you step near it.
It's gonna shut. And they're like, oh, I just saw like a shadow figure walk by, and he's like, oh, hello. Oh yeah, that was me walking by. So
what is with the accent? Why does everybody sound like that?
Who?
What you just did.
What accent? What are you talking about?
The one you just did.
Of the guy walking by?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
It was an accent.
He was like, yeah. So I was just on my way to the liquor store, and what? It's a guy. Anyways, so that's it, guys. That's all I got. Looks like we're out of time. This episode was brought to you by Loot by Lottie. So if you guys want to get all your fantastic witch stuff, head on over to Loot by Lottie. She's got great stuff. Not super nice lady, by the way.
She's my favorite person, one of them.
Be careful what you say.
Well, Miss Smokey's number one, clearly.
All right, whatever. So, and if you use
not you.
What?
Not you.
Shut your face. I'm being affected. Anyway, so use the promo code night. Use the promo code nightmare and get 15% off any purchase above. Stop licking me. Anyways, use the promo code nightmare and get 15% off any purchase above $30. So you feeling better, man? Are you feeling better? Anyway, above $30. And what does she have, that offer where it's like make an offer? Does she still have that promotion going?
still doing that before you announce it?
Yeah, but anyway, that was something that she was. I don't know if she's still doing it now. So just
She
go ahead and
might
check it out.
be.
But anyway, promo code Nightmare, get all that kind of stuff. And also brought to you by Groceries and Ghost. So Groceries and Ghosts. Sean Burris, the Shadow Nation podcast with the Ghost Man. What does he say? The great catchphrase, like, I'm not getting older, I'm just getting better because I love you, America. You know, fucking fantastic, dude. Anyway, so yeah, go ahead and check him out, Shadow Nation podcast on YouTube. Also brought to you by Dreamscape Chronicles. Check out those guys on Spotify. They were very sick, but looks like they're back. And now they're back recording again. So just stay tuned for those guys. Also by Render the Darkness. The sister
Wow.
Casey and Fallon. Check them out. Great
Why
ladies.
was that
Entertaining.
so slow?
What? What?
What?
Huh?
What is what?
Huh?
She was just wondering if you were okay.
Yeah.
Render the Dark. You got to watch the show and then you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Render the Darkness. So just check them out. Fantastic. You know, people, I enjoy their stuff. So go ahead and check them out and like and subscribe. Also brought to you by Static Voices and Paranormal Unveiled and our great buddy, Nathaniel. He's got his book, Uncovering the Paranormal Frauds. So when you're hot and bothered in a haunted house, you can find a way to get yourself out. So it's a great book. I recommend it. So is that it? Do you have anybody else to plug? Oh, no? Okay. So also
You have no one else to mock?
the what?
You have no one else to mock?
No, I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Wait. T Public, go ahead, check out our
our own
products,
shit.
check out our merch. I have some stuff. I just need to put a couple finishing touches on it, and then it'll be out. So you guys stay tuned for that. They look
You
great
should
on
let us
mugs.
know, guys.
Get a sticker, put a sticker on a sticker. When you go to a viewing and you see, you know, a dead relative, put a sticker, put it on his face. You know, it's all great stuff. So check it out at Nightmare
kinda
Room
rude.
T Public. Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So T Public, so go ahead and check us out. There's no promo code for that because I barely make any money off of that. So that's it, guys. And remember to always look both ways, especially if you're on heroin.
Wow. Okay.